before COVID, people thought about Misfits Market as the company that buys ugly produce and ships them directly to your doorstep. We were just building the business saying, hey, this is what we're all about. We'll figure out the messaging later. But the pandemic caused such a massive spike in growth for us. And so despite the scale that we were operating at, we were still talking about the company like a small 10-person startup. One of our investors introduced us to Ken. And after the first meeting, I was basically just like, I need this guy involved. Ken's superpower is his ability to take a bunch of complex topics and distill them into very clear, punchy thoughts and ideas that anyone can understand and get behind.
He coined the term food value supply chain, which was so instrumental to us to begin to describe exactly what we're doing in terms of how we're changing the way people shop, changing the way they eat, and changing the way they live. And as a result, we've definitely elevated Avi into more of an industry commentator where he can go on CNBC with John Ford and have a great conversation about the evolving grocery landscape.
Those have had huge impact on the business. Literally, it'll be me on TV, and while I'm speaking on TV, we will see customers sign up on the platform in a huge way. We have gotten features in some of the largest publications out there, and not just gotten features, but I've been able to build relationships with these reporters. I have a text relationship with some of these folks that it's like, hey, this happened in the market, Avi. What do you think about it? And that type of conversation, that type of relationship, I don't think just anyone could have made that happen. I think that was like a uniquely Ken thing.
We're just scratching the surface on what Ken can do in terms of placing Avi as a thought leader and an industry commentator.
I love being an industry commentator. Building credibility more broadly helps me and helps the company in a bunch of different ways. I think people have taken note of the fact that we're not just this little scrappy food waste startup. We have meaningful impact. When I first thought about all things comms, PR, frankly, I very much so was like, this is expensive and it is a cost center. And over the past couple of years, I've definitely come to the realization that it is an investment, and I can tie some of our growth to comms and what Ken has helped us accomplish. He's embedded into the organization and the leadership team here. He's one of the first people that I bring under the tent. And I think that gives him access, trust, credibility in a way that would be hard to get otherwise.
Ken has been so important to us, not just growing our comms program, but really in establishing a solid working path and vision for the future.
As we grow, our comms challenges only get bigger and more complex over time. New things are going to pop up, and I definitely want Ken in my corner for all of that.